Welcome to Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. The internet is obviously full of people like me, these talking heads of telling you they've got this miracle way to help you feel better, to be better. And really, in the end, it seems less about the cure and more about the consistency on your part. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm failing a lot, but I'm winning a lot as well. And maybe you'd like to join me here and try some of these videos, and we'll feel better together. The thing that has blown my mind with this yoga and this journey that I'm on is that it's so accessible. Like almost anybody can do these exercises in some way, shape, or form. You can do them from seated position. You can do it lying down. It's about connecting your body and your brain using your breath. It's really, really simple, and you can also make it really hard. You can give yourself a great workout, or you can just do what a lot of people just need to do, which is open up all your joints so that you can breathe better, so you can stand better, so you can feel better. So let's just find yourself, I recommend, I keep saying it, get yourself a great mat. I can DM me and I'll tell you the one that I use if you want. I'm not selling them or anything like that, but I found a good one. The great thing about a mat is you sort of plot out your spot. You plot out this little zone, no matter where it is. When you lay down that mat, you have this space, and it can be anywhere. Usually it's the bottom of my bed, which is a really small space. There's videos that I've done of that. It's also here as well. Throw out your mat down and just find yourself a space in the middle of the mat. And I like to ground myself. I'm doing that a lot more. If you're able to stand there with your feet shoulder width apart, and I raise my toes first and really get myself stable on my heels and the balls of my feet. And then once I've got some good stability there, I put dig my toes down onto the ground, and it almost locks you in place with the ground. It's that beginning part of this exercise that makes you feel more stable, more connected. The next thing that I'm doing a lot of is that we carry around this residual air in our lungs. I talk about it, everyone. It's just to keep your lungs inflated. That air is not fully oxygenated. It's nothing wrong with the air, but if you replace that air, that sort of standing air in your lungs, with fresh oxygenated air, you immediately get a sort of oxygen hit, and it feels great, and it gets yourself just the clarity going. So by doing this, in through your mouth, in through your nose, you fill up every single cavity of your body. You open your diaphragm, you open your chest, you lift up your collarbone. I find that if you lift up your arms as well, you sort of your lungs fill as much space as they can. And then when you blow out through your mouth, you get rid of all that air. And the next breath in is all sort of fresh air or new air. So in through your nose, and then all the way out through your mouth. And in through your nose, lift your arms up, and all the way out through your mouth. And one more in through your nose, and all the way out through your mouth. Now, for the rest of this time, we do what's called Ujjayi breathing, which is this restrained throat breathing. Like I say, it's like fogging up a mirror, but you close your mouth and you breathe only in and out through your nose. You'll find that it'll start opening up your sinuses a little bit, it feels like. You start getting some good oxygen in that way. And it also helps you to sort of slow and measure your breathing down. So now we're grounded. We've got some new, fresh air here. We sit in this pose, this mountain pose is what it's called, which is just standing straight. You can put your feet together, or you can put them just a little bit apart. Your hands forward. I usually close my eyes, and I sort of think that I'm on top of a mountain, and I'm looking out all around me of this huge Grand Canyon, this huge valley below me. And I'm breathing slowly in and out through my nose. And that slow breathing, that will calm yourself down. That'll help you hold poses and give you something to focus. Your breath is your link between your brain and your body. It connects you both. It's your autonomic nervous system that you'll keep breathing no matter what. But you can also control it as well. So there's some conscious act that's linked to your body. It helps you with timing. It helps you with holding. It helps you with focus. It's what makes this practice a sort of meditative practice, even when we're doing meditation, even when we're doing poses themselves. So you sit in this mountain pose with your palms facing forward. You're on the edge of a mountain looking out. Close your eyes if you'd like, or don't. Maybe you're outside, maybe you're inside, and just calm your breathing down and breathe in and out through your nose nice and slow. And listen through your breath. And feel how your breath feels as it goes in and out through your nose. You're slowing everything down. And almost you're letting yourself calm and your body surrender to this. And man, if you want to stop right here, you're already partway there. You've calmed everything down in your body. Now, I'm going to go to the back of my mat here. I've got some blocks here I sometimes use for balance. I'm still getting my balance back after this surgery and this ear freaking thing that I've had. So still, I'm in this mountain pose at the back of my mat here. I'm still grounded. And with my next inhale, I'm going to put my hands right above my head. So inhale, your hands go above your head. You've got your hands activated like there's a ball in between them. Nice and high up in the air. And then you want to kick at your hips and hold that ball behind you, almost like you're going to launch it. You've engaged all the front of your body. You're breathing in and out through your nose. And you're finding some balance and relaxation in that feeling. Now inhale, bring your hands to this prayer position. Feet shoulder width apart, still breathing through your nose. And you're sort of opening up your planes of movement here. The great thing about this prayer position, whether you're praying or not, is that it helps you keep yourself equal and balanced. And that's yoga in its essence is this unifying of your body, unifying your body and your mind, and balancing your body and your mind as well. That's why people who are really good at yoga can do all these great balancing poses. So take that for 2 moments there and just sort of feel how you're feeling already. And then on your next inhale, your hands can stay together, go up high above your head. On a big inhale, nice and tall. And then exhale slowly, bend over and touch your toes. You can put your blocks in front of you if your toes are a little bit too far away. And you can just take a few minutes. Keep your legs maybe bent for a little bit to begin with. And let's let your body sort of hang nice and relaxed. Just going to change my microphone here. All right. Okay. Nice and relaxed. Lose the weight of your head, the weight of your hands. Your feet are still nice and grounded. Maybe there's a bend in your legs. Maybe it helps if you hold onto your elbows and use gravity to help just slowly bring yourself stretching down. Don't lock up your neck. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And then maybe you want to straighten your legs a little bit. Now put your hands behind your back and see if you can let that fall, let the gravity help fall a little bit more. So your legs are straighter. Now slowly undo your arms and see if you can let them fall down. We do a little halfway lift. So your hands on your shins, your back parallel to the ground on an inhale. Exhale to that forward fold again. Pardon me. Inhale to that halfway lift. And then exhale into a squat. Now, maybe you can't do a squat. Maybe you have to shift yourself a little bit. Getting to a place where you can do a squat, no matter what your age is nice and stable, and finding some relaxation here, and keeping your back straight and your knees open. I find I can give a little tiny bit of pressure with my triceps on my knees. And I get to a nice stable spot here. And as I'm breathing, I'm letting my body relax into this. So I inhale and my joints sort of open up a little bit. And then I exhale and maybe I can sit a little straighter. Okay. Now lean forward, stay on your toes, and onto your knees. And we'll just open up the back of our feet. And we're still breathing in and out through our nose. And we're opening up all these, sort of opening up all our joints in our body. So it almost opens up the opportunity to connect with your brain and your body. And from here, I'm just on the back. My hips are pretty much on my heels right now. And my feet are open, and it's an intense feeling. And as you keep breathing into that intensity, you'll find that the bottom of your feet, those plantar fascia, will open up a little bit. And once I feel like they've opened a little bit, I can add some movement to this. So an L facing the top of our mat of our space on both sides, in a nice stable position, and pushing down into my fingers and my thumbs and the pads. Nothing's hurting. And I start moving with my breath. So inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Forward. Back. Forward. And back. Now, our fingers facing the sides of our mat, a couple of inches between our wrists. They're in about the same, and we're going to just keep on going and maybe do some circles really slowly. stretching your wrists but not hurting them. You're not dumping all your weight on your wrists, you're just sort of moving around and getting sort of oxygen through those joints there. And go in the opposite direction on the circle. And each time you go back, you can feel a good stretch on your feet opening up. Okay, and finally, let's have your fingers pointing your knees if you can. And I'm still opening up my feet, and now I'm opening up my forearms. You can go side to side, you can go back and forth, moving with your breath. I sort of think of my breath as like the wind, and it sort of blows my body around like sort of long grass in the wind. And doing circles back and forth. Maybe your wrists rise up. Maybe your feet are becoming more comfortable like mine are. All right, now let's just stand up still in the back of our feet if you can. Shake out your hands. And maybe that's opened up things for you. From here, we're going to go into a child's pose. So we're almost there. We're going to untuck our toes, our big toes almost touching, our knees out. And before you do anything, plant your hips onto your heels. That's the starting point of this. And from there, you can keep walk your hands down as long as you're keeping your hips on your heels. And our goal here is to create a nice straight line between our wrists, to our elbows, to our shoulders, to our hips. But hips on your heels is the first mission. And again, you're using your body to sort of have it undulate and roll through things. And each inhale sort of stretches your body open a bit. And each exhale, you can fall into that opening that's created. So inhale, my chest opens, my back opens, my hands go forward, and then exhale, I fall into that space. And maybe your head's going towards the ground. And find that spot where it feels good. And just breathe there for a little bit. Now, on your next inhale, you're going to open yourself up a little bit, and you want to try and drag your nose against the ground, and your butt can stay up in the air until you get to the top of your mat. Into a Sphinx pose. Maybe it's graceful, maybe it's somewhere in between like I was there. Your feet are untucked, your butt's engaged. If you want to open your legs up to give a little bit room for your lower back, you can do that. If you're really bendy and you want to push up into a seal version of this, you can do that. You just don't want to crunch your shoulders to your ears. I'm gonna stand on my elbows. And from here, just focus in. Focus how this makes you feel your body. Keep breathing through your nose. Listen to your breath. Feel how your breath is affecting your ability your body's ability to open up. In that way that you're able to focus. You're listening to your breath. and you're feeling with your breath. And one last big inhale, and then relax down onto the ground. Just shake out your hips for a second there. Make sure that nothing is locked up. And from here, we'll do that half frog. So 45-degree angle with your left hand. Try to reach around and grab your right arm, grabs your right foot and tries to pull your heel towards your butt. And then at the same time, you're pushing up out of your left elbow, out of your shoulder. So you're not sinking into that. Rather than sort of falling down like that, push out first, pull your heel back to your butt. And you'll feel where it's opening up, and you'll feel how your breath as well can open that stretch up even more. And once you find that spot, hold on to it. Maybe you can pull your heel to your butt a little bit more. And one more big inhale in. You can release yourself down to the ground. This time your left arm goes straight out beside you. Bend your right leg again and just roll over. And put your right foot flat on the ground. So I'm getting a nice little shoulder stretch here. My hips opening a little bit. One more good breath in. And roll back over. Again, with your forehead on your hands. Just rock your hips back and forth so we haven't locked up anything there. Now, your right hand on a 45-degree angle, your left arm grabs your left foot, and let's see where you're at for this. You can start, again, push out of your right arm shoulder socket and pull your left leg towards your heel, towards your butt. And one side's going to be flexible, more flexible than the other. Don't hurt yourself here. There's lots of leverage. And once you find that spot, relax into it. Don't force anything. And one more nice big breath in. Slowly release your foot so it goes flat. Your right arm goes through the stairway. And your left foot goes flat on the ground. And I'm using my left hand just to give a little support to help me roll backwards. One more big inhale in. And then roll back onto your belly again. Onto your forehead, onto your palms, onto your back of your hands. Shake it out once again, make sure nothing's locked. And now this time onto your toes. Well, you got two choices here. You can go back to the child's pose, which is the way that we came, which is pretty cool as well. Or you can go on your toes, lift up your knees, put your hands beside your shoulders, keep your elbows tucked in, and then with a nice inhale first to oxygenate yourself. And then exhale, just slowly push yourself up to a plank position. And if you went back to child's pose, you can go back up to child's pose and then go to a plank position. You can put your knees down if you'd like, if that's more helpful in a plank position for you. Or you can be right there. And from plank position, you want to keep your shoulder blades separated, your hips about the same height as your shoulders. It has some good stability there. And then inhale, and then exhale, push back to a downward dog. All right, find that straight line between your wrist and your elbows and your shoulders and your hips. Maybe you want to start just by pedaling things out a little bit first, just to get everything lined up. Get that movement out. Once you feel you've got that movement, work on that straight line. Once you've got the straight line, find a little bit of stability here. Try to go on your toes and straight, put your heels towards the ground a little bit if you can. And then inhale, put your right leg to the sky and hold it up as much as you can. Then up on your left and bring your right knee to your chest. Hold it there, push away from the ground, and then you're going to step your right foot between your hands-ish. You're going to look down and see that you can see your big toes there. You're going to put your hips are facing forward on your knee. Put a little cushion or a blanket on your knee if it's hurting. And then you're going to just move forward and stretch that hip flexor, right? And then put your hands behind your back interlaced. And try to put your hands down the back of your left thigh. Maybe your head tilts up a little bit. Now from here, put your hands into the sky, so it's a full low lunge. And then your left arm forward and your right arm back. Twist with your torso. Keep your balance. And then keep your arms straight. Your left hand to the ground, up on your back toe. And your right hand to the air, nice and straight. Now your right hand goes down, and that means you're in this lizard lunge already. You can let your right knee fall open. You can go down on your elbows if you'd like, or you can just go where I am right now. And just keep breathing and relaxing through your nose. I always have to check in that my neck is not clenched. And then on your next inhale, bring your right knee behind your left. No, your left knee behind your right foot. And we'll just do this twist while we're here. So your left arm to the sky, your right arm behind you, and then hook your elbow or your tricep or your forearm and look over your right shoulder. One more big inhale in. We'll just stack our knee above this knee, our right, I don't know left and right, so I'm really sorry. Your right knee above your left ankle, and your left ankle above your, no, your right knee above your left ankle, and your right ankle on your left knee, and you want them to sort of, you want your knee to fall down. But if it's like mine, it will not. There's a good amount of space there, so I'm just going to relax into that. I'm going to lean forward a little bit, keeping my feet nice and engaged. And then I'm going to put my left arm behind and just stretch my right arm over. And suddenly my knee starts to relax and disengage. Keep your feet nice and engaged, so it keeps there's not too much pressure on your knees. We're not trying to hurt our knees here. We're trying to get that sort of rotation in our hip. Okay, relax out of that. Your right foot back up, and your left foot back. You're back to lizard lunge. And then your right foot back, you're back to plank. Find that stability there. And then back to downward dog. Get out some of your movement if you need to, like I just did. And we'll try that other side. Once you've got that stability, your left leg to the sky this time for a three-legged dog. Up on your right foot, your left knee to your chest. Hold it there, really push your shoulder blades apart, and then your left foot goes through, and this time we're low lunge on that side. Again, square up your hips. You should be able to see your big toe, so your foot is rotated in a bit. Once your hips are squared, lean forward. Maybe you've got something underneath your knees so it doesn't hurt if that's something that bothers you. And stretch down into there. Open up that hip, and your hands interlace behind you and down your thigh. So you're opening up your chest, opening up your breath. And inhale, your hands go above you, holding that imaginary ball. And then your right arm forward, your left arm back, twisting with your torso. Then your right arm down, your left arm to the sky, and up on your back toes if you can. And inhale, your hand comes inside your foot, so now you've got a lizard lunge happening. Your left arm can fall open. Slow down your breath if you can. Find that relaxation. Find that connection. And inhale, bring your right foot behind your right knee behind your left foot, your right arm to the sky, your left arm behind you, and then hook your forearm, your elbow, your tricep on your knee and look over your left shoulder. Nice and straight. Inhale, you create some space in your spine. One more big inhale. And then stack your knee over your ankle over your knee. This has got even more space here. That's okay. Stay nice and straight. Keep your feet engaged so your knee stays in line. And then you get your rotation of your hip is what's sort of feeling great. Then I lean forward, which helps with that rotation. And then I put my right arm back. And I stretch, and then I find, it feels like anyways, my left knee starts dropping a little bit. And one more inhale in. Your left foot goes up to that lizard lunge position. Your hands go inside your foot. Your right foot goes back. All right. Your left foot goes back. You're into plank. And then you're into downward dog. And from here, let's walk or jump or float or handstand, whatever you want. I'll be walking to the top of the mat. And I'll sit down here. Good time to do some stomach things, and I'm not going to because I just feel that these stitches still are stretchy. But what I am going to do is I'm going to grab my feet and slowly roll back into happy baby. And I can feel that my hips are way more open. You can roll side to side. You can straighten one leg if you'd like. And then put your feet down in front of you. Just windshield wiper your knees across. Again, just so nothing's locked up. And while I'm here, my heels are by my hands. I'll go up to bridge pose, tuck my shoulder blades underneath. Maybe you want to put your hands together underneath. And dig in with your heels and push up with your hips to the spot that feels comfortable. Again, not locking up your neck. So it's relaxing and it's strenuous. And then up on your toes, hands above your head. And slowly let your spine go flat against the ground. Once it's down, squeeze your knees to your chest. Just hold that for 5 seconds or so. And one more inhale and exhale. Your feet go to the four corners. Your shoulder blades tuck underneath, your hands go forward. Again, this is like that mountain pose that we started with, except now you're on your back. You can let your breath go to where it wants to go to. Nice and even and slow still. And this is a good place to sit here and reflect and let thoughts go in and out of your brain, however they want to do it. Feel how your body's moved. Feel how your brain is now connected more to your body. And thanks for joining me. Hope you feel better. and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.
Woo!